Hi, Steve Hall here, and I'm excited that you're here. What I'm going to talk about today is how to make $69,000 in wealth without taking a dime out of your pocket. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, let me tell you. Let me show you exactly how this works. Now, this has been prompted by a video that I'll show you in a little bit from CNBC that says most people are waiting an extra 2 years before they purchase a property these days. So, we're going to show you how to make $69,000 without taking a dime out of your pocket. How are we going to do that? First of all, in Seattle, we've had 9% growth year after year, and we expect that to continue for quite a few years. Okay? So, if we take 9% times 2 years, that's 18% in equity you will gain on a $300,000 house. So, just for ease of math, a $300,000 house times 18% is $54,000 in equity, wealth that you will grow by buying a house now instead of waiting 2 years. Now, the biggest problem most people have about buying a house is they don't feel that they have the money for the down payment. Well, I've got news for you. I've got a free grant. And that grant will give you 5% of loan amount up to $417,000. So if we take our $300,000, 5% of that $300,000 is $15,000 that'll go to your down payment and your closing costs. You don't take it out of your pocket. So $15,000 for down payment and closing costs. The bottom line equity you would gain on that $300,000 house is $54,000. The free grant program would take care of your down payment, your closing costs. That's $15,000 that you get for free. No money out of pocket, you would get $69,000 in growth, in your wealth, in your bottom line in less than 2 years without taking a dime out of your pocket. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you that video that prompted me to figure this out. It's a CNBC video about people waiting 2 years to buy a house. Now, as soon as that's done, I'm going to come back and explain a few more things, maybe answer some of the questions that you might have in your mind. So stay tuned. We're going to go into that CNBC video right now.
Americans are waiting longer than ever to buy their first homes. Real estate data firm Zillow says the median age of a first-time buyer is now 33 years old, and they've rented for 6 years before signing a contract to buy. That's 2.5 years longer in a rental than it was in the early 1970s. Zillow says there are two main reasons why. Younger people are short on the cash needed to get into the market and move around more in their careers. In the 70s, you could get a starter home for just over 1.5 times what you were making, but housing costs are now 2.5 times the average income. The bottom line, home ownership is now at a 48-year low.
So, what did you think of that CNBC video? I think they're right. A lot of people are waiting because they're unsure about the economy. They're unsure about their job. They're unsure about a lot of things. But what I'm telling you is delaying it can cost you a lot of money, okay? We're going to be able to give you this grant for $15,000 to buy a $300,000 house or more. And that is free money. There are no strings attached. People ask me, sounds too good to be true, Steve. Why are they giving away free money? Well, I'll tell you, the answer to that question is banks make money lending money, right? Yeah, they do. So this grant program was invented by one of the banks. They fund a nonprofit organization which gives away the grants, okay? That encourages you to use their loan program versus anybody else's. So it's a legal way for them to incentivize you to use their loan program. People ask me, what is the loan program? Well, the loan program is an FHA loan, Federal Housing Administration loan, at 4.5% interest fixed for 30 years. It's a great loan. In today's world, 4.5% interest is great. If you've got down payment and you've got great credit, you can beat 4.5%, but you're not going to get $15,000 for free. So I would suggest it's a great way to take it. If you've got money, put that on top, okay? That's the first question people ask. The second question people ask is, why have I never heard of this before? And the answer to that question is because the loan officers and most of the mortgage industry don't make very much margin on this grant program. It's a low margin ticket item for them. So they're going to sell you on a conventional mortgage. They're going to sell you on, why don't you get a lower interest rate, maybe a 4 or a 3.85. And I understand that. That's perfectly right if you have the money up front. But don't delay buying a house in this up economy and give away that $54,000. So I'd love you to visit the websites. You'll see the websites below. They'll give you more information. You're free to call me and I will answer any questions for you. I would love to hear from you. My name's Steve Hall and my number's 425-770-9466.